This is KVUE News Daybreak.
Austin City officials heading to federal court today. The legislation passed at the Capitol they're hoping to have repealed.
And the United States' decision to pull out of the Paris Climate Accord getting reaction across the globe. What world leaders are saying about President Trump's order.
Coming together to help a community in need, how Wimberley residents are helping a restaurant destroyed by a fire rebuild, and how you can help out. Good Friday morning to you, and thank you for joining us for Daybreak. It is 6 a.m. I'm Brian Mays.
And I'm Yvonne Nava. We got to Friday. We made it. Can't wait to sleep in tonight. That's all I'm thinking about right now. But the forecast, people are thinking about the weather because they have plans this weekend as well. Right, Erica?
Notice you said sleep in tonight. That just lets everyone know how crazy our sleep schedule is. But here's a look at what's currently going on. Clouds and radar out there. Busy just to the west of us. Some rain shower activity just outside of the hill country for our viewing area. But it's sticky, it's humid outside. Humidity is in the 70% mark in terms of dew points. That's going to give us a 20% chance of a possible shower all day long. Not seeing too much in terms of rain shower activity. Again, your morning commute, just maybe a couple of raindrops on your windshield. Highs will be under 90 degrees though. The weekend's right around the corner, so here's what you can track for your weekend forecast. It's going to be humid and slightly on the warm side. Best chance of rain will be on Sunday, but only a 30% for some showers. Anna Veed has the latest on traffic. How are the roads shaping up this morning?
Well, for the most part, everything is looking pretty good. This is a live text.view at I-35 and at Mopac. You can see here, Mopac is flowing quite nicely, but construction is still underway. So just drive slowly, especially if you see some raindrops on your windshield. Just use some caution. Let's go ahead and look at this crash that is still working. It's an injury crash rolling Wood Drive at Bee Cave Drive. So just use caution. You might see some emergency crews on the scene, so that might slow you down. You can see some yellow here indicating a little bit of medium to slow traffic. Yvonne, Brian, back to you.
All right, thank you. New overnight. One man is in the hospital this morning after a shooting in northwest Austin. Austin police responded to the incident just before 9 p.m. in the parking lot of 7-Eleven on Lake Creek Parkway off 183. Police say people in two different vehicles were arguing and someone from one car shot a person in the other car before both cars just drove off. Police say the male who was injured was dropped off at the hospital. At this time, it is unclear if officers are searching for anyone or if anyone is in custody. The condition of the man who was shot is unknown at this time.
Also new from overnight, a woman is in the hospital after being hit by a car while riding her bike near West Campus at UT. The accident happened just before 3 a.m. on San Jacinto near Dean Keaton. Austin Travis County EMS responding to the scene. Officials say a woman in her 30s was transported to Del Seaton Medical Center with potentially serious injuries. Police say the driver of the car was given a ticket and released. They would not say what the ticket was for.
Well, happening today, the city of Austin plans to file a lawsuit in federal court challenging the so-called Sanctuary Cities bill. KVUE's Corey Coffin joins us live this morning, where city leaders plan to address the issue later today. Corey.
Well, they'll hold a press conference at 11 a.m. here at the offices of the Mexican American Legal Defense and Education Fund, known as MALDEF. Now, MALDEF already joined the lawsuit alongside San Antonio yesterday. MALDEF also joined Workers Defense Project, who's on the lawsuit, and they claim that the new law is unconstitutional. It requires local police agencies to honor ICE detainers, which are requests from U.S. Immigrations and Customs Enforcement to hold someone in jail while their immigration status is investigated. The law also allows police to ask people about their immigration status during routine traffic stops, not just after an arrest. The lawsuit seeks the federal court to intervene before the bill goes into effect in September. Now, this is the first time in history that San Antonio is suing the state of Texas, and it comes at their mayor's opposition. Mayor Ivy Taylor said that the decision to join the lawsuit was premature. She believes that the decision should have been the last resort for the city of San Antonio. Meanwhile, in Austin, we've already heard support for challenging SB 4 from Mayor Steve Adler and other community leaders. Now, SB 4 has also led to several protests at the Capitol. The very latest one starting a scuffle on the floor, as Representative Matt Rinaldi said he called ICE on protesters. Now, Austin and San Antonio both join the county of El Paso and the city of El Cenizo in challenging SB 4. We'll have the very latest update for you at 11 a.m. Live in East Austin, I'm Corey Coffin for KVUE News.
Corey, thanks. President Donald Trump's administration asking the Supreme Court to put the controversial travel ban into effect while the court reviews its legality. This comes after the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled against the ban, calling it discriminatory. Yesterday, administration attorneys petitioned the court to review the ban, which temporarily blocks people from 6 Muslim-majority countries from coming into the United States. The administration also requesting a stay of that court's decision in the meantime, which would require 5 affirmative votes in the Supreme Court. The president getting a lot of heat after making a decision to pull out of the Paris Climate Accord. He made the announcement yesterday. The president says that agreement to combat global warming and climate change was, quote, a bad deal for the United States, end quote. As Kenneth Moten reports, some are on board with the plan, others not so much.
This morning, what's next after President Trump's world power withdrawal?
The United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
Trump called the nearly 200-nation agreement to combat climate change a massive redistribution of wealth to other countries, saying it would hurt the American economy and worker.
I was elected to represent the citizens of Pittsburgh, not Paris.
But the mayor of Pittsburgh sharply disagreed on CNN, sending a message to the president.
What you did was not only bad for the economy of this country, but also weakened America.
New York, California, and Washington state are forming the U.S. Climate Alliance to uphold the Paris Agreement. 61 U.S. mayors pledging to do the same. Trump's decision sparked protests in D.C. and New York. Several big business leaders also weighed in condemning the exit. This morning, one industry praising Trump, coal.
We will see if we can make a deal that's fair.
The leaders of France, Germany, and Italy say the accord cannot be renegotiated. French President Emmanuel Macron spoke in English to simply say this:
make our planet great again.
Big companies like Apple and ExxonMobil said staying in the agreement would make the world more competitive in business. President Obama agreed, saying in a statement nations remaining in the Paris Accord will be the ones that reap the benefits in industries and jobs created. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Washington.
Well, former FBI Director James Comey is expected to testify on Capitol Hill next week before the Senate Intelligence Committee. He'll be asked to share details of his conversations with President Donald Trump as part of the investigation on Russia's meddling in the 2016 presidential election. Public hearing is set to begin at 10 a.m. on June 8th. The closed-door session will follow that afternoon. And Texas will get rid of straight party voting in 2020. The governor signed the change into law yesterday. Supporters said it would force voters to make more informed decisions. Opponents argued it was designed to impact the minority vote.
6:07 now, and this morning there's some promising news for supporters of a former high school football star sitting in prison now. In 2014, Greg Kelly from Leander was convicted of sexually assaulting a 4-year-old boy. Now there's an alternate suspect in the case, Kelly's former friend Jonathan McCarty. Supporters held a rally last night demanding the courts move quickly in wake of the developments and that Kelly be bonded out while he goes through the process.
We're not going to be patient because it's not like Greg caught some sort of disease. It's not like this just happened to him. We did this to him. We put him in there, and we have a responsibility to get him out now.
Unsealed court documents filed by Kelly's attorneys say they've obtained McCarty's cell phone, which showed he had photos of nude children on it. McCarty is in the Williamson County Jail currently on an unrelated charge. District Attorney in Williamson County, Sean Dick, trying to find a way to move Kelly's hearing up. Originally scheduled for the first week of August, the DA says the tips are compelling enough to try to do it more quickly. The DA still has to look at the court's schedule, and both sides must also make sure key witnesses are available to testify.
The Wimberley community is trying to help a local business rebuild. A fire destroyed the Cypress Creek Cafe earlier this week. Officials say the fire caused more than $750,000 in damage. A series of benefit concerts are in the works, and so far, more than 30 bands are on board.
Bands were contacting me instantly, the very day, speaking out and wanting to help. The ultimate goal is to see the Cypress Creek Cafe rebuilt.
If you would like to help, there is a GoFundMe page set up for the owners. We have a link on our website, KVUE.com. Well, here's a sweet way to start your Friday. Krispy Kreme, Dunkin' Donuts, and Shipley's are giving away some sweet treats for National Donut Day. You can get one free donut of your choice at Krispy Kreme and no purchase necessary. At Dunkin' today, you can get a free classic donut by buying a drink, and at Shipley's Donuts, you can get a free glazed donut with any purchase. Not bad. Let's check in with Erica. What do you have that's sweet?
Well, the forecast, depending if you like humid and warm conditions, also some spotty showers are now making its way into the hill country. We do have lots of rain just west of us. Notice that's bringing in some light rain right now. For the south and western parts of Gillespie County, no heavy rain whatsoever, but the atmosphere is so humid out there that you could have some patchy drizzle and lots of low-level, very dense clouds. So keep in mind your morning and afternoon rush hour forecast. It's going to be humid, and we're calling it a 20% chance of a possible shower or patchy drizzle for your morning commute. Temps will stay in the 80s this afternoon. Your weekend forecast, temperatures staying in the upper 80s, but it's going to be quite humid. That feel like temperatures will be a lot warmer out there. Here's a look at your KVUE photo of the morning. Debbie sharing this on Instagram. What a beautiful day right in her neighborhood yesterday. You guys can share your viewer photos with us. Just use hashtag KVUE and they'll possibly be spotted on Daybreak.
All right, thanks a lot. How about this? Harry Potter fans are jealous of this guy's apartment, especially if you're a Ravenclaw. House resident or Austin resident Mitch Goss turned his studio apartment into the Ravenclaw common room, featuring custom wallpaper, lighting, and even a fireplace. Goss has enjoyed it, but it will all come to an end later this month because, well, he's moving. He's hosting a final common room party on Saturday.
I'm glad that was your read because I don't know anything about Harry Potter.
You don't read the Harry Potters?
Not yet.
Ravenclaw, Slytherin, nothing.
Slytherin?
Slytherin, that was another house. That's where the bad kids live.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
See?
Well,
that's where Erica and Annabeed would live.
They're Slytherins.
Coming up, what caused this airplane's engine to go up in flames as terrified passengers watch?
Plus, what goes around comes around, and a Texas woman learned this the hard way. How a road rage incident took an unexpected turn.